Hey guys, I want to show you why this is one of the most difficult jobs I have had yet with the public and what we had to do. So it's on a dead-end road, and it's a quiet neighborhood. And when I tell you it's quiet, it's definitely safe and quiet, and I'm going to show you why. Here comes one of my trucks now. He's coming down the hill. There he goes. All right, so did you hear that? You didn't hear anything. No Jake brake, nothing, all right? But here's why this neighborhood is as quiet as can be, and it's as safe as you would ever want to have a neighborhood. All right, so keep your eyes peeled now, all right? You guys looking? All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if they're there. Look at that. You see that? All right, we're not done yet. We're gonna go up the road a little more. See what else we see. All right, here we go. What's that? What's that up there? You guys see that? You guys see that? Count them, 2 state troopers on this road. It's a dead-end road. If I ever wanted to live anywhere, I would want to live here. You know, nobody's going to cause any trouble here, but it's caused us a lot of trouble. Because it's a dead-end road, you know, we pulled in with equipment, and right off the bat, 8 to 10 trucks a day started coming off this job. Now I really can't hold it against people who live on a dead-end road and all of a sudden logging trucks show up. You know, I feel bad for them. And the first thing that happened was, of course, you know, they called the town, and the town tried to shut me down. Now the town of Sturbridge is one of the most difficult towns to cut wood in, and they will try to impose restrictions. They will do whatever they can do to stop logging and to get you to stop trucking. So they wanted us to stick with a 7 to 5 work schedule, and they wanted us to not work during or not truck during the times the school bus were coming up and down the road. So as you can see, the school bus comes up here, and she turns around right here. She pulls in right here. There's a no school bus parking sign. She backs in right here, right? But for me, there was no way I just moved in. I moved in every single piece of equipment I had. I wasn't gonna move out, and I was tired of having to give and give and give. So we persisted on, and we just said, no, we're gonna keep working. We have the right to work. And we were polite all the time. And I'm gonna tell you why that's most important for us as loggers, to be polite. So it continued on for a month and a half, to the point where even the state trooper would come out, and as my truck was coming up the road, going up, he would come out of his driveway and he would come down the hill and pull directly in front of the truck, trying to cause an accident. So I had had enough, for sure at that point. So I called the mill and I said, either you guys, well, they wanted to concede. And I said, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna keep working. And if you guys don't hire a lawyer, I will hire a lawyer. So they conceded, and they hired a lawyer. The lawyer, very familiar, I've used him in the past, with agricultural law. And so forestry falls under agricultural law. So finally he fired off a letter to them stating, you know, that in this town was a right to farm town. So he fired off a letter explaining all the details. The town administrator got the letter, But the people on the street didn't want to hear it. So they continued pressing the town with calls, emails, you name it. But we stayed polite and we stayed firm. We were nice to the people. We didn't use the Jake brake. So finally we sent them out a letter to the people who lived on the street. We told them that we explained to them what the products were, from bark mulch to all the products that come off of this job that they actually use. Wood pellets, electricity. It's unbelievable when you start writing it down how much we use of wood products. So that quelled it a little bit, but they still kept after the town administrator. The town administrator finally went to the state foresters and said, we want you to enforce our bylaw of 7 to 5. And they couldn't get anywhere with that. There was a little bit of pushback with the state foresters. It seemed like they didn't have the support that they needed, but they stood up to the town, which was good. And so finally it has died down. But interestingly enough, my bookkeeper, who comes in and does stuff once a month, she's really good at what she does. Her brother lives on the street, and her brother lives on the first house on the right as we come up the hill. I didn't show you that house, but he lives there, and you wouldn't believe what he had to say. Good about the logging side of it, and nothing but bad about how people act who feel like they are entitled to get what they want. So it's a good thing we were nice and we persistent and we obeyed the law, and we showed the people that this kind of work can be done and it can be done safely. And hopefully you guys who might see this video, if you need some more information, give me a ring or try and get in contact with me somehow, and I'll do what I can to give you a hand, show you where you got to turn to get some help, because it's getting worse in the logging industry, and the small towns are creating lots of rules and regulations to make it nearly impossible for us to cut wood. So there you go, guys. A little bit of info on this job, and I'll let you know how it all went when I finish. And we're not far from finishing. I think 2 weeks, and then we'll be done. All right, guys. Here comes one of the trucks out of here. Delivered some stuff for my fuel tank. I'll talk to you later. See ya.